Good evening, everybody. It's Sunday night. For some of you, the weekend is already over. There's not much left, and Monday will be here. Matter of fact, we might be streaming into Monday, depending upon where you are on the globe. So, what are we doing tonight? We are in the upper Mississippi. Yeah, we have not been up here for, well, maybe 2 or 3 days, but officially, we have not been up here for some time. The area we're talking about is all of this stuff east, or this is west of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and everything from, well, north of St. Louis's area. So Davenport up, which really means Dubuque, which we've still never done anything with. Are you putting the game music on? Oh yeah, let's put the game music on. Settings, audio, game music. There we go. All right. And we've got the volume adjusted. Yes, we have the mixer adjusted. Okay, so first off, what are we doing up here? We did a lot of work with the big iron circle, and that's all that's up here. So until we bring up airplanes, or until date-wise World War I ends, because when Johnny comes marching home, we're going to be building factory towns for Johnny to have a job. Shoes for industry, shoes for defense. So, what do we got? Well, we got Fargo. Yeah, we said Fargo was getting an airport. We also said that we could handle Fargo with a train, though. Yeah, but a train to where? Because we also have St. Cloud up here. And this is a freight line. Well, I mean, we can hop over that in one way or another. Yes, but we have... So we have three main cities up here. We've got, well, actually four. Yeah, we've got St. Cloud, Fargo, and then Grand Rapids and Duluth. What do you want to do with them? Well, if you're in chat and you have an opinion, we're open for backseat driving. I mean, one option is we wait until we can put an airplane in and we put some regional airports out here. The other option is we just, we start getting the passenger trains going. I mean, these cities were definitely served by the Milwaukee Road and the Mountain Division. There's no reason we can't get something going here. Do we have another option? Well, since we already did all the work to lay the track down here for the front nine and the back nine, and what we found out is, it's too much track. We could take right or left side of the track and convert that into passenger track. And that'll allow us to service all these stations with a train. That's a big commuter loop up. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. I mean, having the airplane up here gives us a reason to have an airplane up here. And then it'll put traffic into the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport. Well, where's this road go? It just ends here. The road over here goes up into Grand Rapids. I mean, we can connect everything by road. Just kind of laissez-faire, leave them on their own. I mean, we could run a bus that just goes to each place. I mean, nothing says they have to have a train up here. Yeah, well, that's definitely will curtail any growth if all we send up here is a bus. Yeah, same thing with the food delivery and stuff we could have. Well, I mean, we've got the freight line. It's a no-brainer to put the goods. We can put all six goods down here in Duluth and use the train to take it to everywhere, and then just have, a bus to Grand Rapids, or truck service to Grand Rapids, and same thing with Fargo. So we can get the goods everywhere up here, even after the factory towns go in. And no, we got just these two. We could run bus service down to here and put in a passenger ferry. Where do you want to bring them to? Well, that's a good question. Do we bring them all the way down to just to Chippewa Falls? I mean, there's a train station here. Yeah, but there's no way to get catchment from the pier to that station. I mean, that thing's all the way over here. What about Green Bay? Well, I mean, it's a long drive. Yeah. We could probably get catchment from here. Oh yeah, we got catchment. So, what's that let us do? Well, um, do we have passenger service anywhere else? I think, no, this is freight. This is freight, and Gary is definitely freight. I mean, we could add it. You know, we could set up a riverboat network. I would suspect that most of these people probably just want to go, like, to St. Paul. Well, then we just leave this until we get an airport, and we start bringing the goods up here. You know, we can easily stage the goods for here down in Chicago, in Gary, and then just have Gary haul them up here when they're, you know, on their way back, so they're not deadheading. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be servicing Gary anyway. Okay. But what about Fargo? That's a good point. Fargo. How hard is it to get down to Rochester? This is a freight line. Yes. So we come down here, and you missed Rochester. And we're right here. Also, we have the ferry that goes across. Good point. You know, I would lean towards that. I would. One line or two. Why not two? You know, I mean, all we have to do is intercept this. If we can get into this, passenger service, that's the freight line. Okay. Yeah. So, sure, this isn't the, this is the passenger side. Yeah, this is the passenger side. You're just looking at the icons there. They're like this. Oh, nope. Yeah, no kidding. So, here's what I'd suggest. Is this one way? Yeah, this is one way. So just branch off right here. Let them come in. Hit here. They start a loop back around. Yeah, that take them out. They get to the high point here of the curve, and they head out. They come back up here. St. Cloud goes over to here. Does St. Cloud just go direct? I mean, that's a good question. But we don't have a bridge crossing that's due up here for like another 50 years. We don't have an Upper Peninsula bridge. I want to say it's like it's up in here in town, so it doesn't do us any good. That's I mean, we can go double check. Do you really want to run a bridge from St. Cloud to here? Well, it would let the train hop in to the Bloomington passenger line. You know, right over here. There's a lot of empty space. So you just want to, we're going to run plain also? Well, I would set up the car network maybe now. Really? Yeah. And we're just going to ignore train. I mean, there's no way to ignore Fargo. Okay. Well, let's take this side of town here and Fargo. You come over here. Great. How do you want to get over to St. Paul? Well, you come down here. Is this passenger and freight? It is something. One way. You should forgot some signals down here, dude. I guess so. Looks like you forgot a lot of them. Look at that, problem cleared up. No, here it is. So this side here is passenger, because they come across here, and they have a half clover leaf here to get them in either direction. So we can get to Minneapolis or into St. Paul. It's just you're going around town. Well, I mean, from Fargo, straight run to here. I mean, it's a little bumpy terrain. We'll make it work. I think that's our better bet. And again, we want to grow the major cities. Huh? I mean, you're right there. Yeah, let's just grow the major cities. It's just going to get a little congested. We'll pull this back more. This is freight, so it's going to be harder to make that trip. Okay then. Well, let's try it. Do you want to maybe build the stations in town first? No, I mean we're coming down here. Yeah, let's do some work up here first. Okay. Passenger station. Buildings, passengers. What is the style of this station? It's the one, yeah, it's this one. That's the, whatever it's called. The Netherlands train. Okay then. One Netherlands station. Yeah, just give me, are you going to drive through here to get out to Fargo? I mean, that makes the most sense, doesn't it? Hey, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining tonight's stream. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're having a good night to end your weekend. Overpass. And we run a bus. There you go. This way you can run a local. You sure? Well, let's compare running a local. You get here. Yeah, but you don't get to turn around right away. Run 2 trains. Eventually they'll space themselves out enough. All right, we come through here. And we stop right around here. Hmm. Think you can make this? Oh, yeah. Did you need 2 stations out here? You know, here's why I put the 2 stations here. We might wind up running trains out to Duluth and Cedar Rapids. I mean, I'd like to. Yeah, it's just where and how are very questionable. I'm still saying we grab one of these lines. You know? I mean, the trains are not that congested, and this is a huge stretch of track. And we're not running 12, you know, we're not even running 6 anymore. You know, we chop that down. Yep. Anybody got a bridge together? Before we go with the there's a bridge. Well, damn. Yep, ain't much of a bridge, is it? No, I guess not. Yeah. Yep, single tracker back here. You don't need to go that far back. All right. $12 to $20. Drop it down. Okay. Now bring this over. What a slow spot there. Well, I mean, you got to make the curve sooner or later. Okay, so here's your connection into Fargo. Now what? Well, we got to get into St. Cloud. Yeah, good point. We got to get back down here. Here she is. Okay. So let's do some work from like here into town. That is actually, that's not that bad of a climb. It's only 7 meters. Yep. Right the other way. Yeah. So you come out here and you hook up here. Okay. Now you're here. You got to go across this valley. Where's the height of that down here? She's 60. Okay. What if you just straight shot it all the way in? What do you get? You get a small tunnel. Not a bad looking tunnel, just a small tunnel. And the rest of it is, I mean, not the worst it could be. If you're willing to do that. All right, we'll take it. Okay, signal me up. We have the signals down there already. Okay. And that gets you into here. And once you're into here, you can go down to St. Cloud. All right. We doing a single train? Yeah, we're just going to do a single train for right now. This way, you know, if... All right, start it in St. Paul. What line are you going to put her on? Oh, yeah, we're going to put her over here. Absolutely, we don't have any trains over here. All right, she's on 2. She comes out of St. Paul. She comes up here. She jumps over. She gets here. We'll bring her down to here. She hits here again on the way back. And then she's in St. Cloud. Does she do the loop? She comes into St. Cloud. She hops on the express. No, St. Paul, she put her on 4. We want her on 2. There you go. She comes in on the express, loops around, and goes back. Hey, you like it? No, I mean, I'm fine with it. All right, so what are we calling it? We're calling it Milwaukee Road. Milwaukee Road Fargo Excursion. And if we add another one. All right, so we want 2 trains on this, we said. Yeah, so that it's got a chance to hit both stops, open up, come down here, do some finagling. And they already got service. Yeah, the ferry brings them to here. Is there a bus from down here? Is there a bus stop down here? Yeah, it's right here. Let's replace those. Let's give them max. Okay. Did we decorate these stations? Let's double check. Here's Bloomington. No, we didn't do any decorating over here. Wow. Let's, well, I mean, not that we can call a water tower as some major form of decorating, but, you know, it is still better than nothing. Are they on both sides of the track here? No, this is Bloomington. Bloomington. Okay. Let's check their vehicles. Oh, they're desperately in need of upgrades. Manage vehicles. Okay, Bloomington, St. Paul is streetcars. Streetcars. What are these streetcars doing? Bloomington 1. Okay, where's it go? Lower Bloomington. 1, 2, it stays in town here. Okay, and Bloomington 2. 9th Locust. What's wrong with, how does it get an extra stop? Lower Bloomington. Okay. And then it goes North 7th Birch. Lower Bloomington. Lower Bloomington, North 7th Birch. Lower Bloomington, North 7th Birch, 8th Locust, and then goes back in. Yeah. Kind of weird, but whatever. And we have no service over here. The station has more than enough catchment to there. And we can always do this. Apparently you can't. What if we come from this way? No, we're still getting out. Okay. So what are you doing with Bloomington 1 and 2? Bloomington 1, St. Paul streetcars, Bloomington 2, St. Paul streetcars. Alright, well, what is this guy? Also, those are St. Petersburg. These are St. Petersburgs. They're all St. Petersburgs. You were reading it wrong. Okay. Alright. Replace vehicle. They were St. Petersburgs. They're 20 and 7. Okay. The San Diego electric trolley is 25 and 7. Well, speed increase. Yeah, but these are 27s and 11s. What? No electric. Oh, we gotta electrify everything out here. Well, get busy. Alright. Tram track. Catenary, yes. Hard to believe we hadn't modified this already. There's just so much of this up here. Yeah, and all you're doing is just skyrocketingly increasing our costs. You know, so when we have that period of time where we're like, why are we going broke again? We can all look to you and say, it's because what you did. Roll out the barrel today. I don't know what the words are to this. I don't know if it's an actual real song. All right. I mean, it's definitely a peppy little song. What instrument is this? I think it's an accordion. All right, let's see if that's enough to keep us going here. Okay, what kind of trains are these? They are St. Petersburg streetcars. Upgrade. Okay. These are the most recent trolleys. They are 25 and 7 with a loading speed of 3 times. These are 27 and 11. Okay, which do you want to be? Like, is this supposed to be our bigger bus? I mean, that's an interesting question. It goes faster, it carries more. And be around till 1945. This is a tough. So go with the bigger ones. No electric path. Okay. Bloomington. Routes. Electric, yes. You know, is that station electrified? Electric. Okay, the station's electric. All right, let's try and upgrade Line 1's vehicles then. No? All right, how about just Bloomington 1? Okay, now Bloomington 2. Okay. Now, Minneapolis, Bloomington. These are already San Diego electric trolleys. Okay, something's wrong with this one. Tram 104. Where is she? Let's try it now. is this icon going to switch? Who can't? Okay, do we have a light? Yeah, we have electric in here. Where is it that it can't go? Every station says electric. Where can it connect? Okay, what happens if we just scrub this guy? You know, I think we have another one. This one. Those are the only two that did upgrade. Well, crap. Yes, that's because you're not paying attention. Oh, yeah. Didn't we go through this in New Orleans too? Yeah, we did. It was a royal, brutal pain. Okay, just bring up the route. Okay. Sticky. Okay, where is this line? St. Paul, Bloomington. Okay, Minneapolis tram station. Is that electric? No, it's not. Oh, electric. everywhere appears to be. You know what would make this even better is if the city was bigger. Yeah, and spread out over even more distance. I know, so that we could just sit here and constantly rack our brains going, where's that one little street? Oh, I bet you it's this thing. Electric. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so now we just got a problem with the St. Paul Bloomington line. Okay, let's find this thing. Okay, she goes. She goes 1. Oh, electric. No warnings. Goes to damn stations. Yeah, you know, the last place you'd check. Yeah, the big giant building that the trams go into. You know, I mean, why would you check there? I don't know. Maybe they had this. Yeah, keep stammering. Electricity, 1850. Yeah, that's how you stammer your way through that one. Ah, I know. People are sitting here watching. And they're like, "What the hell is he doing?" All right, change these out. Okay, Bloomington 1s, Bloomington 2s. Okay, Minneapolis 1s and 2s. How did Minneapolis never get upgraded? Because we were waiting for something to happen? Okay. Minneapolis ferry line. Electric trolleys. Okay, Bloomington. Minneapolis, St. Paul. And this one. Okay, upgrade both of these. Okay, now St. Paul 1. That's St. Paul 2. And St. Paul Bloomington. Okay, so we just have to upgrade these two. Upgrade them. And then duplicate them. Alright. These are trucks. We already did these. Okay. Alright. Now what? Well, Winona. Okay, Winona it is. Is this Winona? Yeah, it's Winona. Okay, do a little bit of festoonage. Festoonage it is. Winona. Gotta click the tower. There you go. Winona. Okay. Now, anything unusual here? No, let's just check their bus routes. Manage vehicles. Buses it is. Okay, Winona 1, 2, and the ferry. Okay, these are stagecoaches. The ferries are max. These are all stagecoaches. Do you want to keep them that way? No, we don't. Let's change them out to max. Alright. That'll get us more people traffic around here. Anything else? Nope. Head on over to this place. Do you mean La Crosse, the town of the name you forgot? Yes, the town and the name I forgot. Alright, water. You know, the fact that you do the same thing over and over really doesn't count as, like, high detailing or high fashion or anything. Yeah, I know, but at least it's something. This is La Crosse, the crossing, where French traders would go to get a flat bottom paddle boat, a punt, across the Mississippi. All right. Now what? The buses? Oh yeah, good point. Do we have a bus stop in town? Did we not give these people a bus stop? No, we just gave them a little bus stop in the Rainier. These are troikas. Wow. Yeah, it's been a while. Do they have a delivery yard out here? No, they don't. They should. They're getting... Yeah, but the catchment just delivers it everywhere. So... Yeah, we've not been... No trucks out here yet. And this place we did earlier. Yeah, those are Max and First trucks. Okay, well, what's next? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. How about you stop pausing the game? It's a habit. If we're building, I like to pause the game so I don't get overwhelmed. All right. Oh, you got to go buy those trains. Yeah, good point. All right. Let's, what color are they going in? They're Milwaukee roads. All right. So Milwaukee Road, Madison is this guy with black cars. Yep. All right. Pause the game. Really? Yeah, I know. That's a little silly. All right. Clone it once. And we're going to call this the, what's the name of the first town it goes to? It's the Fargo. The Fargo excursion. And then the second town is it Grand Rapids? Yeah, it's Grand Rapids. No, it's not. Grand Rapids is over by Duluth. It's St. Cloud. Okay, now both of these get put on the Milwaukee Road Fargo Explorer. All right. What are you doing? About to go the wrong way. Yeah. That's why we said something. Where are you going? You went way past. There you go. All right, let's see if they spit out up here. All right, here they come. All right, we're going to keep working until these things get through the tunnel. Because they have a long way to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really feel these cars. Yes, you can. All right, so she should make a right and climb back up and get herself onto the passenger main. Hey to everybody who's joined in tonight. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, if you'd like a tour of the map, anything, just ask. If you'd like to know what rules we're building under, because we're just, so the game has settings. There's like simple, easy, hard, very hard. And we are playing on hard. Now, after that, there are other sliders in the game where you can make the game even harder. We're doing those. Then on top of that, we've got a whole list of rules that we're doing. These right here. And they give us even more challenge for every train and for every line that we build and every track and station. Just to increase the challenge of the game. You know, because why keep it simple? It's a game. You know, let's make it so we got to work for it. And that's where we're at. You know, we want these tracks busy. We want you know, the trains having to work for it. We want to make the freight trains, especially the supply trains, we want to make them as large as possible. Yeah. Right now, most of them are 204s. Well, it's probably a good mix between 152s, 204s. Yeah, we have a couple 250s. And we have those couple 300s. Yeah, I know. But see, that's like perfectly flat track, and you know, it's an ideal situation given the current speed of the trains. Also, as you can see, one-way track. I mean, track is cheap. We could just put track everywhere. You know, every city could have a direct connection to every other city if we wanted. That's not how the real world works. You know, there's got to be a little bit of, you know, signaling and timing, schedules, all that sort of fun stuff. Remember we said we were going to leave these here? Yeah, I did. So if you need a more detailed tour or an explanation or anything we're doing, just holler. But yeah, we definitely want all these tracks to be as busy as possible. But we also want it to be profitable. Because again, this isn't a train game. This is a transport game. You know? Where are you going? We're going back to St. Paul. All right, Eau Claire. There you go. Yeah, you branched over the wrong way. All right, so are these both going to St. Paul? Yes, they are. She's heading to the tunnel. Here's the siding right before the tunnel. There's our once an hour autosave, always inappropriately timed. You can see just the pain that autosave is for us now. You know, as the file continues to go more and more towards a 1 gig file. All right, well, she's got a ways to go to get to St. Paul. And let's make sure we've done our little bit of detailing and everything else. Yeah, you notice that we do very little, if ever, with a. Friggin' had me jump. Thank you. Barney Nissan. Barney Nelson. Um, BJ Arnie Nelson. Which one of those is correct? Probably BJ Arnie Nelson. Or it's Bajarne Nelson. Huh. Well, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. If there's any questions you have about the anything we're doing, please let me know. I'd be glad to bring you up to speed. We are on um, did I spell that right? A-R-N-E. Yes. Thank you very much. You're the victim of a drive-by naming. Thank you. Where the hell is this train? She is. Where is she? Um. Okay, she's. What station is this? That's. I'm sorry. I just. If see, that's why the camera should be on. You, you would have seen me friggin' jump out of the chair as I'm staring at the screen, so intently focused, and this thing pop, pops up around me. uh, yeah, um yeah, that's the joy of being a blind gamer, I love that I get to play the games and I enjoy the mistakes that I get made because it's all fun and good. He's down here. What are you doing down here? She's waiting to get through this. Okay. Oh, how long is this? That is quite a stretch. All right. Well, you know what? We're going to adjust that. Let's make a. Let's. Are we going to go underneath the whole way? I mean, we could. I don't think we can. I think some of this track ain't gonna like it. Okay. Could there possibly be a day where you don't come through here and screw with this intersection? It's just it calls me every time we come by here. Like something just screams out and says, "Hey, you know that intersection that you said was done? Yeah, let's go mess with it." It's just okay. See, doesn't like it right there. That part does not. All right, what about on the other side? Can we do it over there? Nope. Something here is not going to like it if you go through here. Well, then I guess we ain't going through there. I mean, if that's your standard for for railway excellence, a bridge says no. Um, that is unusual. We can get through there. Oh, this turns ugly. Yeah, we can't do that. I mean, it's got to be functional. Okay, that's a given. It's got to be functional, but it can't be ugly. Um, this is worse. Did we do something and not smooth this out up here? I mean, we very rarely, this is not our tool of choice up here. Okay, why will that not move in? You've made it worse. No. Hold on. What are we doing here? Okay. Flatten this down. Now we're flattening. Yeah, we are flattening. Okay. Just... You're not in this place enough. Nope. You're making it worse. Whatever you do, do not delete one of these bridges. We'll never be able to put them back in. That can't be right. Okay. Try this. It won't let me. Try this. Nope, won't let me. How about over here? Nope, it won't let me do anything in this stretch right here. Wow. Okay. If you delete that and you can't put it back, can you not just leave one? I mean, hey. Okay. Now, track. Collision. Collision with what? What is in here? There's nothing in here. You broke it. You broke it and you messed it up. Okay, all right, hold on. Lower this stuff around here. Something here is not liking it. Why are we getting water? Yeah, and we can't get through this. No, we cannot. You just had to play with it. I didn't have to. It's just... Okay, smooth. Now flatten it. Flatten it across. Okay, what's going on in here? I'm gonna bring this back a notch. You bring this back, you ain't gonna be able to... Yeah, we are. Okay, what is in here? Is there some straggling something in here? I don't see it. That's as much as we can zoom in. There is nothing in here. Okay. Then level this. I love that we get stuck here. There you go. Okay. Now, track. Come from here. Come up to here. You know, why is it letting us put it in now? I don't know, but look, watch. See, it's nice and smooth. Okay. Now, bring this in. Yeah, see, we're getting the problem. It won't let us. You want to redo this bridge? No. No, we're not redoing that bridge. Okay, so you're going to have to junction in back here. 1, 2. What speed is that? Make sure it's not jagged up there. It isn't. Okay. Now, this thing. Yeah, we've talked about this before. Here's what needs to happen with that. Bring this guy down through here. Let them get to the bridge before he switches from multiple to signal. Well, I would take them all the way down. Okay, how far do you think you can go? Well, I can't go underneath. And apparently I can't go any further than this. Why not? Something just doesn't want to let you. Yeah, well then you're gonna have to come over from here. Alright, get rid of this. Alright, drop in a signal. Okay, we're waiting to get on the main. Okay. And I'm heading in, it's already signaled back here. Okay. Alright. There, she's moving. Okay, she'll come down here. Now this return, these people, yeah, they got to get over here. And see, they can't be up in the air like that. Well, there's no reason for them to be that high in the first place. Okay. So let's... They come over here. No, come over. Yeah, it's not letting me. This thing starting to fall off, and it won't let me grab it. What the hell was that? What the hell's that? Stop making goofy track, man. Just put the track down. Okay, that's too close. Okay, now come over with that. Nope, it ain't gonna let you. Look, have you laid track before? Yeah, all the time. And then we try and put in some oddball and the whole system just falls apart. There you go. Look at that. Okay. Now look at that. Yeah, we can fill that in. Just give me a second. Okay, now take this piece right here. And now this comes up here. And now, straighten it up. There you go. All right, now bring this around into here. Yeah, bring it around better than that. Okay. Get back around. And bring it back into here. You are kidding me. Depot. You sure it was a depot? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a road depot. Because there's no trams around here. Okay, there you go. Alright, we're not on the track, are we? No. Okay, signals. Coming back in, heading out. Okay. Is everybody good now? You're still high up here. I think we can fix that. Just give me a... See, your ballast is riding on the track. It's gonna happen. She's going down. There's... Quit complaining. Okay. Alright, she's coming down. She's moving. Okay, we fix this. What about this one? You take this down? Yeah, this we can take down. Okay, well, let's get rid of this. Okay. Come up here. Can we get some sort of commitment here that, you know, like maybe for the rest of the week you won't come up here and screw with this junction? I don't think if I made that promise anybody would believe me. Well, aren't we leaving here and like heading down to parts unknown after this? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we'll be messing with this for a while. And no one believes you. I wouldn't either. Okay, let's go. Come on. Get the hell out of here. We're supposed to be down here in the upper Mississippi. Well, I mean, Minneapolis is upper Mississippi. Okay, we did some festooning at all these stations. We were in Winona. Now, how'd you scatter yourself all over the map? I don't know. I really don't. Something happened. We were here, and then we just started drifting all over the place. Okay, Winona 1. I think we did all these. Yeah, they're max. Okay. What about La Crosse? Didn't we do this already? Where is the water tower? There it is. La Crosse. Yeah, we did La Crosse. All right, what about her vehicles? Let's see. These are max. Okay, and her truck delivery is steam tarpaulins. Okay, steam tarpaulin. Thank you, Mr. Pronunciation Expert. Okay. These already have trains. Yep, and they have buses. Yep. Okay, nothing to do here. Nope. Move across the river. Okay. Have we been here lately? Yeah, we did something stupid here. Like we tried to extend this station and it was just a little goofage. Look at this. The station is so tight. We can't even get it around the farm. That's what you call high scale stuff. Okay, assets. You know what? This is a farm. Are you doing that big one? Bum 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 bum. No, silo. Pull up silo. Silo. Okay, we're doing this. You know, we use this a lot. Yeah, but it screams. It screams at the top of its lungs. This is a farm train station. You know? I mean, I don't think anybody ever sees this and goes, is this a coal station? You know? It's just... is that really where it would be? No, it would be over here, but the problem with over here is it's covering the wrong tracks. So I'd say we just put it down here. Okay, put it here. All right, don't screw it up. Like that ever stopped me before. Okay, there's our delivery nozzles. Line up the nozzles. Okay. Where is that from? There's some line about like stand clear of the nozzle, prepare for the nozzle, calibrating the nozzle. Where is that from? Is that from Men in Black? Like, is there something with testing it now? It's not from Futurama, is it? There's a scene where there's like a, like they're, doing some sort of like science fiction, physical. And Like, it's this whole, like, ongoing spiel about the nozzle. Okay. Let's see how that looks. I mean, it works. Okay. Well, we'll leave it that way. That way it's being left. Okay. Anything else we're supposed to do here at this station? Again, we've got to be in anticipation of, as we're calling it, when Johnny comes marching home. You know, when World War I is over, all these little, you know, bump, bump, ba-da-da, bump, 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 bump. You know, they're going to get a, now curve it. Come out here, like here. Oh my God, man, get rid of the tramps. Oof. No. What are you doing putting tramp tracks out here? Well, it's called not paying attention. Yeah, yeah. All right, now come out here and just curve it. There you go. Just a little curve that matches the track. You gonna take it all the way into... Yeah, you know what? We are. Just curve it out to this. Okay, and then bring it into there. Cool. Not that anybody will be riding down here. Well, they will later. Yeah, and that's why we're doing some of this stuff now. Because we're going to come back and just, you know, plunk towns down. You know, we don't want to have to change any detailing or anything. That is too close and it does not like it. There you go. Okay. Where are you putting farm out here? Guess out here. Paint tools. What are we doing? That's grasses. Asphalts. Where's your farms? This is... Do a search for corn. Corn. Okay, we want rows. And we want them huge. Okay, do not spin when you're doing this. Use the rotate. Bring it over a little more. Yeah, just like that. So you can... Okay, now get the wheat. And rotate it around a little differently. Okay. There you go. Got some corn crops out there in the field. Got a little bit of rockage. Got this. All right, now let's get that water tower. You know, it's not a station that we're doing if we don't put the same water tower everywhere. I'd love to change up the water tower. I mean, I've looked at it. See, this thing is too modern. You know. What are we calling this place? Rochester Farm. Well, we'll find a better name for it later. Yep. All right. What is the train on this line? It's going to Leinenkugels, and it's a GV. Oh, well, we're going to upgrade this puppy. Bum, 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 bum. All right, she's heading out there with 119. Okay, let's see the details of the line. Okay, see, here's how we learn not to make mistakes with this. Okay, her stats are 40. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for this. Look at that number. 36 minutes. It's a half an hour for this train of our time for this thing to make it back and forth to the station. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay, hey, watch this. What happens if we change the game speed? Do you think that'll change anything? Look at that. It stays the same. Yeah, because it's game time. All right. Let's upgrade this train. What are we going to upgrade it to? Well, we are going to first off, she's going to get upgraded to 80s. First off, thank you everybody in chat who is watching, participating, following tonight. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. Secondly, I would like to say, just not 3 minutes ago, I issued the following promise. I would not go back to the Wausau interchange and screw with it again. Okay. This train goes through the Wausau interchange. Oh my God, man. What the hell? Yeah, we got no choice. We're gonna have to, and it's not even painted the right color. I know. Like what were you thinking? 835? How much money is this thing been making? Oh, she's making money. Yeah. All right, 835. And there she goes. Okay. Now, she's got 119. Yeah, she's just under 200 meters long. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Cargo. Buy the right cars. Okay, 2 car hoppers. Okay, here's our gondolas. Yeah, we don't have... That 2 car hopper was supposed to be part of a whole pack of additional stuff. Because the map is so big, we haven't gotten around to move the time forward. See, here's where we're going to take the extra weight because we want the smaller trains. Because we want to get through those intersections better. And we're gonna bite the bullet on this. 200 meters. Where does that get us? There we go, 252. So our capacity numbers go up. And then we've got this caboose, which we're going to replace from up here. There we go. Okay. Now let's find this train. And let's speed her up. Okay, where is she? Yeah, where is she? Where is this train? I mean, she's definitely on the main line going into St. Paul. Oh, this is that farm out here that gets serviced. Hey, look at that. You broke the main line already. That can't be it. Let's look at the empty cars we got. Why are you sitting here? Because you've screwed with this line so much, Never replaced your necessary signals. Well, let's just hope she fits. She should fit. She's the same length. You know, we didn't change the length of the train. Does she fit in the signal? In the siding? Yep, and the other one's moving. Did we get the flag? Come on. Nope. Damn. What are we waiting for? Waiting for a brick train. It's not even carrying a full load of bricks. Where's this thing going? Taking bricks down to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Why does it not have a full load of bricks? Where's the Huntsville? Here it is, Huntsville Brick Factory. She's got a huge backlog. Are there multiple trains that go to Minneapolis, St. Paul with bricks? Yes, it is. There's 2 of them. Might be time to get rid of one. Might be time to make more bricks. Because this Minneapolis, St. Paul brick train. Yeah, see, Chippewa Falls is the local one here. Madison goes over there to the Madison in the east. And this one covers the local stops, plus it covers the ferry. It takes bricks over to Rochester. We need to tell those things to sit there until they're full. Oh, thank you very much. By the way, my apologies if you said that a little while ago. Let me scroll back up. My apologies. Let's see, how can I scroll this up? All right, let me. Hey, One Small Heads UK. Your follower only chat time was 30 minutes. I understand the need to filter out, but yeah, you know, here's the thing. I had changed it just the other day, and I had turned it off. And no, absolutely not a problem. Thank you. I had turned it off, and then for the last 2 nights of streams, all I got was the nonsense ad stuff. And when I went and turned it back on, I really should have probably just set it to 5. And I'm super. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And also, not a problem. Let me see. Let's fix it right now, because it's not supposed to be. See, that's the problem. It's not supposed to hassle you. It's just supposed to keep away the bots. And, you know, once they start spamming you, it's just, they stick around. And when as soon as I got the bots last night, it was kind of weird because I literally hadn't seen one in months. And it just happened that somebody asked me, hey, could you turn the follower chat off so that we could chat with you? And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then the next 3 days was bots. So it does work. I'm sure there's a more ideal setting, but no, I 100% agree with you. It's, you know, you don't want it to hassle people. You want it to hassle the bots. And what is this guy doing here? He's sitting here waiting. So let me fix that while we're waiting for this thing to go through the tunnel. Because, you know, we don't want it to be. Actually, I believe if I go watch. Now I have to find that setting again. So I'm actually a very smart person. and I'm modest about it. It's just you know, I pay my assistants in Starbucks trips, and you know, there's a point in time where it's kind of like, okay, you all set? Yeah, I'm all set. Okay, and then I have to yell for them to. So if I yelled for them right now to find that setting again. I'm pretty sure one of them would stare at me and go, "Didn't we just change this yesterday?" Um, and it's not under timers. You know what? If I can find it, um, if I can find it, I'll change it. If I can't find it, it will get changed um, later. Oh, you know what? I think it might actually be a Twitch setting that shows up. You're going to hear an echo, and I think we can change it right here. Let's see. Oh, I found it. Yep. So follower only chat. Actually, it's just 0 any minute is enough to keep out the nonsense. So hopefully it should have cleaned itself up, and I do greatly appreciate the feedback. I do. It's you know, part of the problem that happens is like the message I just got from Spammer Factory whatever, telling me how awesome I am, and if I would only pay them $29, I'd get even more people. And it's just like I just have to laugh about it because there's an awful lot of people offering services to tell you how to become rich streaming, and I'm just doing it for the fun of it. And there's a I was forced to retire early because of my vision loss, and uh, if I'm just waiting to see how far back we are. Are we in Chippewa Falls? What the hell are we doing in Chippewa Falls? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought we were on the brick train. No, we're supposed to be in Chippewa Falls. It's this map is just so huge that I built the map. I should know every inch of it. I do. It's just there's so there's so much of it that it's just easy to get confused, um, and I do not have dementia or Alzheimer's. If I did, I would remember. It's just it's just you get lost in the map, and I actually think that's a beautiful thing. Um, you know, because and the other thing that the streaming does, which is actually really good for me, and that's why when I say thank you for being here, I really mean it. This is my in this current cycle since the update occurred to Transport Fever this year. This is my third series. The first two went way quicker than they should have because I did not stop myself every episode 2 to 4 hours. And, I was running the map and I was saving some stuff and, did some stuff and then like it just didn't. Um, this time around, I sat down and said, okay, make sure that you only go, a couple of hours a time. And it's really made the game last longer. Yeah, it's I mean, I have my gaming notebook here in front of me, or from my military time, my wheel log. So it's matter of fact, the gaming site that I ran many years ago, we gave away gaming notebooks where all the pages were graph paper because I thought they were wonderful Christmas gifts for people in the community or holiday gifts. By the way, you'll see how convoluted this intersection is in 2 seconds. That track is the one that goes to the farm. The track on the right now is the track coming out of the farm, the one that train is sitting at. And we're now the west and then eastbound pass our freight trains, and then over to the far left is the passenger line. So, that's the beauty of single track. You get to run into these situations where the fog completely covers the trains. Now we've got two passenger train lanes to the left because it's a siding. And, it really breaks up, the whole. Are we gonna clear? Oh yeah, we got plenty of clearance. Um, I just want us to get back to Rochester, and that should give us a really good updated stat. But right here is where we're going to open up. And the big question is, can we hit 80 here? Because if we can hit 80 here, then, all the money we spend for the new train is worth it. And if we can't hit 80, what can we do to fix this track? And that's one of those fun things about Transport Fever that I really like, is you remember that it's a transport game, and, you try and optimize your track or optimize your routes, put the right train on the right service line. And having the difficulty sliders all the way up really encourages you to do that, because if you don't optimize to some level, right, 70 going in the tunnel. This is our last tunnel before the farm. 75. Come on. We got to hit 80. That worked out awesome, because that's why we paid for the upgrade. If we weren't going to get 80, why would we buy the upgrade? It's just because the new train came out. If you don't have a route that can handle it. Do we pick up the food first? Yeah, I think we pick up the food first, and then we turn around to go back. And we should be able to fill this up no problem. Now the other question is, how much of a loading penalty are we going to take? By the way, if any of you know how to do this, see this right here? On the other side, this looks awesome as soon as this train moves out of it, with this little wall that builds up to the bridge. I have never been able to recreate this. This is the only time I've ever done it. Never recreated it again. It's just this weird little. All right, there we are at the station. Let me catch back up to it. Come on, get back up here. Here we are. All right, we're at the station. No loading penalty. And wham, we're out of here. Okay, and in the station, 373. So we can add another train to this line if we wanted to. The problem really is going back through the Winona interchange, because that Winona interchange, as you see, is full. That is actually two very good points, because the 10-wheeler, is 500 compared to the 1,000 on the A35. But it's not a huge difference in any of the other issues. But where it's a really big deal is right here, 254. Okay, 160 kilonewtons in traction power. Yeah, that's quite a bit. That's a huge jump from let's go back to the 260 Mokel. 181, 254, not a problem. We can afford that. But now you're looking at 400 versus 500. It's 550. It's a nice step up, and we're doubling our tractive effort. The question really becomes the A35, because when you look at the A35, now we're at 254. Okay, 465. Yeah, see, and that's part of the question because, you can get way more pull out of the A35, but you see, you have a dip in your tractive power. You're almost closer to the 260. Now the difference is you've got 400 kilowatts of pull here. At 181, if you don't need a full 1,000, you can put two of the 260 mobiles. We're doing that down in New Orleans. Um, all the crop trains go to the Cafe du Monde delivering crops, so they pull into New Orleans going downhill. They come out of New Orleans empty. And since they go uphill empty, it works out. But the trains that pull the food out of Cafe du Monde, they're full going uphill. So they're running with two locos to just keep them moving. Because if we don't keep them moving as fast as we can, they slow up the deliveries. And then if the deliveries are slowed up, now the whole line is backed up all the way from New Orleans to Tallahassee. It just cascades on itself. It's really it's one of the beautiful things about trains in this game that you know you're sitting here looking at this line and you're like, oh, because I've seen people do it. Without a doubt, they're like, hey, the A35 came out. Let's go to vehicles. Let's select all of our trains. Just boof, everybody has an A35. If you're playing on a where your costs, on an easier setting, and you've got billions in the bank, it's a no-brainer. It's almost like you can't lose money. Um, I don't like playing that way. Um, I like playing Colonel Failure. It was 2 years ago at least, or a year ago, because I came up with Cosmonaut mode for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and his comment about it was, you have to be wired a certain way to want to play a game this way. Um, I get just as like in the last 2 weeks, because this is now week 3. So in the past 2 weeks, there are 4 nights where we've ended over 40 million in the hole, and if we don't fix it, heading to bankruptcy. And it's a beautiful thing because, like, how are we doing all this stuff and we're sitting over here at 370 mil, but we buy a couple of new trains, um, or we start, upgrading. Yeah, it's just it's an amazing, you know, it's see that to me is what makes a game exciting. If there's a chance that I can, score low or completely fail or, crash and burn, it gives me something to improve and play against. Like this right here. Here's a question. Do we throw another train on here? Um, so the food is going to Leinenkugel's in the brewery. So, if we come back here, she still hasn't upgraded because she doesn't have enough food. Um, we've got nothing sitting here on the dock. So there is no surplus to feed these deliveries that are going out of here. And we haven't even started to pick up any new cities. So I would say, yeah, let's throw the extra train on here. I mean, if we have to make a change at the Warsaw Junction, we'll do it because we need those crops back at the Leinenkugel's brewery. You know, um, so let me pause the game real quick because one of the things that I enjoy doing with the freight trains is this is how we number them. So she is last 4 digits of our account after we buy it, 2585. It's just a random number, but it's a little bit of just fun brilliance. Um, instead of just letting it be called vehicle 1, vehicle 2, you know? Um, all right, so where are we? We're at Rochester Farm. We upgraded, threw down a little bit of something. Okay, so now we're over here in Rochester. Yeah, I think this has been broke over here for a long time because this right here is supposed to be full of logs. And she's got one compartment of logs, one compartment of bricks. So that's working. But there's no backlog of anything over here. And I believe, is the passenger service separate here? Let's see. Oh, okay. I know where I got confused here. So I named both the freight and the passenger line the same. Not sure, not sure how smart that was, but you know, so I've been like, we'll fly by here to go somewhere and look at something, and I'll look at one of these ferries, and it's like she has no logs. It's like, well, apparently it's the passenger line. So the passenger line. Oh, crap. Sorry. Let me one more thing. Look at that. 186, 16, and now it's a 504 over 2. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue about the numbers because we doubled up the line. We should have looked at it before we doubled it, but we went from 40 to 186. So even if we take out the double, that's still a 93. So we went from a 40 to a 93. Our train is the same length. So we didn't change the length, so we're not screwing up the interchange any worse than we would have any other day. That saves us some, potential hidden hassles in the middle of the night. But our speed has gone from a horrendous 36 down to 16. I mean, that's just a great improvement. Yeah, if I don't paste those into chat. Okay, so can I give you a short answer? Because it'll only take 30 minutes. Here's my short answer. I find it too easy when I'm playing Transport Fever to say, hey, let's take a map with a bunch of rivers and water when I set the map. I'm either building the map or randomly selecting it. And then I'm sitting here like this. Okay, so I'm building the map. This is great. It's got rivers on it. I'll put stuff in. Okay, now I'm down here. And it's like, okay, we have to get crops over to there to the Mall of America food factory in Bloomington. You know what? Here, let's just do this. I mean, we're right here. Where's the food factory? She's right back there. Look at that, $100,000. Just buy the bridge. And see, that's the problem that I have. When I plan out the map, I want to be up here. I really do. But when I get into the map, down here becomes way too easy and cheap. And I really wish that there was a way in the game, if I could add just one feature to this game, except for cabooses with my picture on it, but I already have those, is so that if the water is deep, by the way, I've still never memorized these. I just click every button and the numerical keypad until the right one comes up. If every water that's deep, give me a setting that says, can't build a bridge here, I would take it. Because there's times where if I'm playing a map and I go, you know what, I want to have, actual water um, and and not just get lazy and slap a bridge down. Now, the thing that we've done on this map, now that's how that's how I am. It's I don't know why that happens. It's just, you know, regardless of how good my intentions are, I wind up backing down at some point. On this map, looking here, this is the upper Mississippi. There is the only bridges up here in the real world at 1900 was this first bridge. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. Who wants to be wired like everybody else all the time? Sometimes it's good to be wired differently. So this bridge right here is the Father Lewis Hennepin Bridge, which everybody in Minneapolis, St. Paul knows. This bridge was the first bridge across the upper Mississippi. And there have been times for many years where this bridge was horse nose to horse butt, bumper to bumper traffic. And it's been, a project that every time you come into St. Paul and Minneapolis to try and fix the traffic here. Well, we got up to 1900 and now we have this road crossing in the Upper Falls, and that's been a trailhead. And then we got this crossing and then this one further down, still inside the St. Paul, Minneapolis area. Those in 1900 are the only crossings this far north. And then you don't start seeing anything else down here until we get into the World War I/II era. And then, of course, after World War II, they explode. But that's it. So there is no other crossing here. Well, now you come down here to Rock Island, Davenport, famously served by the Rock Island Chicago Pacific Railroad. This bridge from Rock Island to Davenport was the first bridge across the Mississippi, if you don't count the Father Lewis Hennepin Bridge, which really part of the reason they built it was because people were walking across the ice in the winter and the bridge was safer. Like, that's how shallow and small the distance is. In game terms, when we tried to build this bridge on the first couple of days of the game, the first couple of episodes, this was $70 million. It was like a week or two worth of discussion with can we get enough money to build this bridge? And it took quite a bit of time. Now, after the bridge was built, the Effie Afton ferry slammed into it. Abraham Lincoln became a lawyer on the case, and it went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Because the question really is, the ferry's been driving up and down this river for years. You chose to build a bridge. If the ferry slams into it, it's your fault. And it's like, wait, how could that possibly be? It was a pretty, it's an interesting part of American history that, from a river and a bridge and from, being a sailor on a boat, like you would never think, the bridge isn't moving. If I slam into it, how is it the bridge's fault? Well, you built the bridge there. It wasn't here last year. Like, and the fact that Abraham Lincoln was a lawyer in the case. That's the only bridge. We come down here, we got ferries still. Now, if we come over here down the Ohio River, we do have this bridge. And then when you get into Cincinnati, we do have the Cincinnati Bridge. And that's it. From here, when we go south, here we are. Yeah, yeah, um, it's exactly that, and it's hysterical because, like, they actually had experts come into court that would go out to the bridge and, track the current and the waves moving and stuff to say that the captain of the boat should have been able to move. And the captain of the boat's argument was, I've been traveling these waters all my life and I've never had a problem. It's like, "Whoa, so? Then it's your fault you put the bridge in my path." Like, yeah, that is exactly, that's a great analogy. Thank you. That's a good one. Um, but there's no, if you were to travel up and down the Mississippi today, all sorts of bridges in these areas, highway bridges and rail bridges, but none of them are on the river yet. Here we are down here in New Orleans. The only way to get across the river in New Orleans is passenger ferries. You know, um, here's the Vicksburg ferry. Oh, she's making us a killing. You know. Oh, wait, let's check the New Orleans to Memphis ferry. There's one person. So we've had 5 people ride this ferry. Well, but see, in this period of time where there are no bridges, this ferry traffic should be hugely important. And it's it it's it doesn't create demand, it's just the demand has to be there on its own, and then they'll come down here and hop on the ferry. Like 40 people want to go to Opelousas. She's making money all the time because that happens to also be the closest city to New Orleans. So, of course, they're just naturally going to want to go closer. But if you look at the ferry from New Orleans going up to St. Louis, no one. It's just crazy. And she's just losing. But see, here's the thing, she's not losing us that much money, 150K a year. This map is the Mississippi River map. I mean, I built it starting with the Mississippi River in it. So you cannot have boats going up and down. You have to. You clench your fist and scream at the sky. You have to have boats going up and down the river. Because otherwise, how is it the Mississippi River map? Yeah, but no one's riding these boats. Well, that's your problem, Skipper. It is your problem. Um, it's part of the challenge of the map. Like every time I look at this map, I never look at the $2 million that we're losing each year in on the river because I don't care. I can't because these river boats have to be there. It's just now if we got traffic, oh, I would double or triple them up in a heartbeat. But without any traffic, there's going to be at least one running, and it's just part of the game. Like here's our railroad traffic. We 265 up 9 up 4. Holy cow, 187. We're about to break 190. That'll be our first time getting that high in ticket revenue. Like that's a huge deal. We just keep pumping up more and more revenue in the rails. Um, but with all that coming in, you still see, 213 down 8. Like I love that our margins are that tight, you know, and that if we just screw up a few things, like those that train that we upgraded, if we had gotten greedy and pushed it out to a 302, and that made it just one car longer. Plus, don't forget, every freight train has a caboose. It makes it more expensive to buy it. It makes it way more every day that it's on the driving, and it makes you have to pay the maintenance cost for it. Yeah, okay. What else? It makes it longer by one more car. And if that's enough to screw up your intersection and cause the whole map to shut down and you spiral into losses, that just says buy more cabooses. It's just, it adds to the challenge of the game. And again, when did you ever see a freight train without a caboose on it? You know, you just, now passenger train, obviously not, but a freight train, yeah. Um, these ferries are, the ships are absolutely critical to this map, and they are making money, and they are doing business. You know, I mean, here you go. Here's the Brigadier Ricks. The route that they take, you can see Bartholomew Ricks, Beatrice Ricks, Beauregard, Betty, Bobby, and Brigadier Ricks. All of these, like here, what are they carrying out? 242 bricks and 56 tools going back up. They are, they're going up to Memphis and they're loading up on bricks, and they're going straight dead run down to New Orleans to deliver those bricks. Then in New Orleans, they pick up tools. And to get the tools over here, just to show you how convoluted it is, here's the bricks waiting to get out of here. They got to get out of here, and they're not moving. Matter of fact, while we're here, because there's too many bricks here. There's too many bricks here. We can't fit one of those. There we go. All right, we can fit. Nope, and then we'll do these. Just to give ourselves a little safety margin down here for storage. There you go, depot storage 170. Yeah, we were losing bricks down here. So let's find this train. Okay, the New Orleans, Alabama brick train. She leaves New Orleans with bricks and goes all the way down and up into Alabama. This one, she's down here with tools. She just did her. See, she comes in. She makes a very hard and ugly turn here to get back on the track as quickly as possible. And now she's going to go back through. This is the tool factory over here on the right. What do we call this place? We call it the Mississippi City Tools. We apparently weren't clever back in episode 5 or 6. But you see, she's just racing, and she didn't make the race. And that squeal is just the sound of, it's going to take me a long time to get back up to speed. And it's, let's see how many tools are left here on the platform. Only 42. Well, 40, yeah, 48 now. So there's plenty of tools on the platform. The next time we get down here, because this is a GV. Oh wow, this is a Proust. This is a G3. Yeah, I bought this because it came out and I was like, let's try it. And apparently we never upgraded it. But this route, what is she doing? I mean, she's making a couple bucks. Nothing big, but she's not losing us money. And all she's doing is taking these tools from the tool factory and driving them down here, over here to the docks. So she's going to drop them off here, and this has catchment to the pier. So with catchment, the Ricks, like here comes Betty Ricks. All her money is going to be made on this spike when she drops off those bricks. But yeah, full speed, she's still slow. However, it is steady money. Nothing wrong with that. If you were playing on a more, regular size map, it's just steady money that comes in. I can only pause so many times before I could just agree with you and go, isn't this slow? Isn't this? It's like, yeah, it'll get here. And the thing is, the bricks, they're still stacked up over here. So we're not even getting them out of the pier quick enough. But we don't care because we get paid as soon as it brings it here. So if they rot over there on the train platform, how much we getting? I missed it before it scrolled by. Sorry. Finance. Yeah, there's our, 1.1 million. I mean, that's not earth-shattering money, but it's steady money. But now those bricks are helping all these cities grow. And let's see, where's she going next? So she's going to come over here, and Opelousas, you know, is growing because of the bricks. We haven't gotten. Where is she getting the bricks from? Is the Ricks carrying bricks to take back over there? Yeah, she didn't even pick up any tools. There were no tools on the docks. The train didn't get here in time. Here's the train she just got here. You know? And now down here on the docks, we have tools waiting. So the next Ricks, when it comes in, we'll grab the tools. And that's sort of the way, if you're clever, the ferry boats become like extra money, because like she just left. She came down with a load of bricks. She made money. She left with a smaller load of bricks that she's going to drop off. She should have had bricks and tools. Now, where it loses money though is her next stop, because she's coming over here to Baton Rouge. Well, Baton Rouge wants tools. The Ricks has no tools, and there is no way to make her not, like, there's no conditional sort. Like, we can't say, if you don't have tools, just head all the way back up to Memphis. And if you make, if you have a train line that stops all over the place, the train kind of has to follow that route because it's where the tracks are. When you look at the ship like this, it's kind of like, well, you can go all over the place. 22 people are crossing the river. It ain't making us any money, but it's not losing us that much. And it's just sort of, it could rain or it could shine with these things. But the bricks are always on here. And the way the bricks are always here is, here we are in Vicksburg. Has she got any bricks still left on her? She's got tools. So let's see how many tools she gives up. She should give them all up, because I believe she goes to Memphis empty. Yep. And she's out of here. So now we are truly deadheading back to Memphis. So as long, here's Memphis straight down to New Orleans, and then over here with bricks and possibly tools. Tools, or, tools back up to Memphis. Or Vicksburg tools, and then up to Memphis. So when you come up here to Memphis, we got no bricks here. Where are the bricks? Something is not working. Oh, here it is. She's coming in with 105 bricks. How many trains are on this route? 4. There's 4 trains bringing bricks into Memphis. And we're still standing here right now going, there's no bricks here. And so the ships being slow are actually working in our favor here, because they'll get here and the bricks will be here by then. See, how much do we make for this? All right, so all we're doing is picking up bricks at the brick factory in Huntsville and bringing them over here. That's a good chunk of change. These bricks aren't going anywhere except down here to the docks. And now there's a ferry waiting to pick them up. I mean, if you were, you know, if you were learning the game or if you were gaming the game, all you have to have down here is one ferry, one ship, the smallest one in the game. It doesn't matter that we would still have 4 trains bringing bricks here. And they would be rotting over here on the dock and we would get paid because we're a transport company. You know, we get paid to transport. But the brick factory will only spit out the bricks if it has, you know, a soup to nuts path. So, you know, whether or not we have a huge ferry, a small one, or 6 of them, as long as there's a complete route to somebody that actually wants the bricks, we can transport them. And it's let's see, where is that train? Oh yeah, so here's the brick train. Just to show you how. Okay, so we're deadheading right now. But the difference is we're gonna stop by the forest up here in Dyersburg. We're gonna load up on logs. We're gonna drop them off at the sawmill, and then we're gonna go get another load of bricks. And it's all done right here in around the Huntsville area. I did not plan that. It's just, you know, I started, you know, we started the series right here. Where is it? The quarry. Oh, here she is. Yeah, we started the series right here. This was just some random spot picked on the map. And from the quarry, we ran 3 trains just to pick up stone and drop it off at the brickworks. And matter of fact, here's one of them right here, just pulling out. You know, Aunt Betty. So it's Aunt Betty, Cousin Ellie, Uncle Jed. You know, and here's one of her counterparts. This is the entire pillar that this whole map is based on, or the company that which is currently 255. You know, we're currently running 1,058 road vehicles, 203 trams, almost 200, just a hair under 200 trains, you know, and 86 ships. The ships is actually, I'll show you this part last because, you know, we're talking about the ships and being profitable and slow. So iron ore on this map comes from only one place, and that's up here in Minnesota. My apologies for shooting across the map so fast. So up here in Minnesota is where all the iron ore is. It comes by train just as it does in the real world, and it comes down to the port of Duluth. So here's our big old train station, dedicated to nothing but iron ore. Comes down here, goes down here to the port. The port currently has not even 1 boat's worth of iron ore sitting here, because here's a bunch of ferries coming in and going out. This line right here, $50 ferries. 50. It is a conveyor belt of ferry ships. just sailing across the big Lake Gitchigumi, Lake Superior to us, down to Green Bay. Just keep right on going. Down to Green Bay. Still keep going. We'll get to Green Bay soon. Like you see, they just get jammed up on each other. There's just so many of them. You know, the little beach town resort area. People waiting to go see the Packers. You know, now we're in Lake Michigan. And once we get to Lake Michigan, we sail past Green Bay, past Milwaukee, past Johnsonville, home of the Johnsonville Brats, Johnsonville Farms. We go past Lake Geneva, of course, the birthplace of Dungeons and Dragons and Gary Gygax. Now we're at Chicago. And we still don't stop. We go all the way down to Gary, Indiana. And we're going to make 1.1 million when this thing docks. And then she's out of here. And that's it. Now, all this goes into this warehouse where there is currently 8,400 units of iron ore. We can't get this iron ore out of here quick enough. But it also goes to this steel mill, which has 14,000 units of it. It can't get coal quick enough. We just can't bring the materials in quick enough. And here's the other steel mill in Gary, Indiana, where she's got coal, but she doesn't have enough iron. And we have to, the catchment system, the way it works, is from here we get the first iron steel mill and we get the warehouse. So we have to truck from the warehouse across town to get down here to the other steel mill. I did not put these where they are. That's just, once the map was laid out, the game, I let it randomly spits factories and towns. And then we did editing to make it so that it was appropriate, you know, like steel in Gary, Indiana. But the location of these, you know, if I had handpicked these, they might have been directly on top of each other. And I'd be looking at them right now going, oh, that's messed up. So instead, we have a huge station down here with this little extension so that we get catchment to everything over here. But we still don't get catchment to here. The only way that we get catchment to here is from here to the warehouse. And then the station has the second stop here. And we currently do not need it, but when we do, there's a steel mill right here outside of Fort Wayne. So we're going to have to get all the coal and iron that we're stockpiling here and then take it the rest of the way down. And then when that steel mill is fully utilized, we go further south and we have another one. And that's our progression of steel mills all the way down the map. And as you can see, here's the last one all the way down here outside of Lexington. They get harder and harder to get to. And that's just to make the steel, let alone sending the steel on the rest of its way. So the ferries are a fundamental, just a critical backbone of making this work. That's because this is a Mississippi River map, and the bulk of iron ore is the iron ore is the #1 item that's shipped out of the port of Duluth, and it goes down to Gary, Indiana. You know, it used to be processed in Wisconsin. You know, for environmental reasons that changed, and for many episodes I talked about um, having a whole bank of trains coming all the way across Wisconsin and Illinois to get down to Indiana. I mean, I even built this station. This the station here was planned with all of this leg room for staging, so that we could have all these iron and steel trains, queued up waiting to unload. I mean, I was not going to let them go to every platform. They were just going to have to queue up to the first two. And after doing all this work, um, that was kind of just like a random conversation during chat one night was, you have the lake here. Why don't you bring it down by ship? It's like, what? Like, how did we make it, 50 episodes into this series constantly saying, yeah, all the iron ore is going to come down here by train, and never look at this and go, well, you could just put it on the river and send it down, not the river, but you could send it down the Great Lakes. Like it like we just walked into it. It was just such a brilliant sort of, fun find. Um, but what happens is, make sure I didn't miss it. Yeah. I didn't think about that at all. Now, could we switch over to trains and get the iron ore down here any quicker? Well, as you can see by this giant display up here, we can't even touch using it as much as we need to. This place needs the iron ore and the trucks. You can see it's just a non-stop parade of them here. They can't get it down here fast enough. We could run a shunting train back and forth across town. I mean, if we wanted to. But, we haven't looked into that. I mean, the train would obviously load quicker than the truck and unload quicker. Over time, it might be better. But, yeah, I don't know. Actually, that's the first time I've even thought about it. It's just now. Yeah, I don't know. We could easily do it. I mean, heck, we could probably even run it down here right along the edge of town and the lake, and put a station that has catchment right off of here, or come around back here. I mean, we could take, platform 1 here and make it a bypass up to here. I'm sure there's things we could do. I never thought about it until just a second. Wow. But we still have to get coal in here. And the river over here is, we're making it a point to use the river. Like, as an example, right here. Here's a forest and a sawmill. So there was an opportunity not to build a bridge, because we can't. There was no bridge back here at this time coming near Evansville. So we didn't make one on ourselves. And it allowed us to, it really helped me justify putting the ships here. If you were to say, let me see how exactly you said it. Yeah, river traffic less important. I 100% agree with you. I mean, I have actually the last series, because I did freight last. I did all passenger service first, and then we did the freight second. And I started running the freight lines on the ships, like out to some of the remote islands, and they were just taking forever. I was just bored to tears with it because it wasn't, it wasn't part of the map. Whereas here, I've made it a point to go, today's a passenger day, tomorrow's a freight day. And it's really, to me, again, because you have to have a connection with the map. Otherwise it's just, the game loses. It's part of the fun and appeal of the game. What do we have over here? 556 logs. She's going out with 110. She's coming back empty. There's river traffic right there. I mean, is it profitable? I mean, how do you answer that? I mean, the answer is no. But, yeah, the answer is no. I mean, we can do the math with this, and it's just, the answer is, but look, it's making $4,000. Okay, so what you're saying is we have 5 ferry boats here. Yeah, and you're making $1,000 each. Yeah. We're making it up in volume, though. It's just, but it is feeding this steel mill, the sawmill back here, so that every time this train comes in, with its 196 logs or 210, it's going to leave here with 105 planks. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. It can't, it can't leave with any more than that. But now that we have the ferry bringing the logs in, it supplements it, and she can leave here with a full load. And then we make more money over here. So I think as a vital part of the system, I mean, it's a great thing. Why did she not load? That is weird. Oh, because she has a loading delay. She doesn't have a loading delay here at the sawmill. She just grabs what she can and goes. Because she's got 3 of them on the line, so we need to keep them moving. Waiting at the forest is sort of a no-brainer. We've got... I don't think we can put anything else in here. No, we cannot. Oh, wait, we can put something on the other side. Yeah, we gotta clean that up. I'm not a, make the ground, polished sort of everywhere person, but sometimes like that, you can't leave it. It's so unnatural looking. You're supposed to be up north. Yeah, I know, but we're having fun down here. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, like over here, so we've got 2 ferries down here. She goes to the Cincinnati port to pick up people, and then she goes to the port to pick up freight and drop off freight. Then she comes over to St. Louis to the passenger area up here, and then comes down here to the freight harbor to grab food from the Anheuser-Busch plant, the Anheuser-Busch brewery. and then goes back across the river down the Ohio to Cincinnati and drops off. So are there other ways to get food into Cincinnati? Yeah, it's just a supplemental, and it's profitable, and it adds a little boost. So in that regard, like that's if I didn't have the rest of the river to force me to do it, I might not have done it because it's like, really, do I need to make that extra, $1,000 or whatever? But it is a profitable line. It brings in some money. And again, yes, they are less important. They are very slow, but it looks cool. You sit down here and there's stuff used in the river. But it is always my norm. Like even here, all the ferries for passengers are finger piers, and all the freight is parallel to the dock, to the shoreline. So even the piers have a slightly different look. It's you just and I didn't think of that initially. It evolved. So oh, look at that. We got trains on here. Oh, we got two trains. We have a freight train and a passenger train coming back across the river. What is she carrying? She's got 60 out of 60. The Rock Island Zephyr. She goes from Rock Island to Davenport, doesn't she? Yeah, she only comes across the river. And then we've got freight. What do we got? The Harley Davidson factory is sending tools up here. Or parts. Sending parts. I mean, that's a huge, some losses, until we get more trains on here. That is a rare sight. I have never seen two trains on this bridge before, ever. Most of the time, I never even see one. I'd love it if, every time we came across here, there were trains on that bridge. Did our second train get here? Yep, they both got up here. I'm going to refill my cup. Excuse me a second. was hoping she would have gotten here for a delivery by now. I was curious if there was going to be a numbers change. But no, 187.16. So, all right. Back to the upper river. We did some work here with the farm. And what about the ferries? Okay, passenger service. There's no one here. Okay, not really a good sign. Is the bus service working right? Oh, there she is. She's coming in. One person. One person? That's a combo word. Person, passenger. Okay. Yeah, see, her rate's not bad. Is there anybody over here in La Crosse that wants to go to Rochester or Albert Lee? Yes. Okay. How about Rochester, Fargo? No. Well, we don't have good coverage internally. Oh, you know, we haven't been checking that. We've just sort of just been throwing them out there. Rochester. Yeah, so what's happening is they're leaving here. Yeah, we're missing the boat. How many people are in Bloomington waiting for a train? We haven't even checked this. There's no one there. Okay. Keep moving. Okay, here's Winona. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is crazy. We need... So the Bloomington Flyer is currently 2 trains. We're going to have to... What, are we going to take it into 4? Or are we going to express... I mean, I would say add 2 more trains and make them expresses. Just get... Yeah, see, then the problem is we have expresses and locals. Yeah, we got to fix this. And we still haven't even talked about Dubuque. Is Dubuque staying... Is Dubuque getting a ferry? You know... I mean, I could see that. We give Dubuque a ferry. Well, how are you going to get her goods in here? It's got to come in by train. You sure? I mean, the short answer is let's connect her up every way possible. But, you know, is there an opportunity to force feed it onto the river here? I mean, the passenger service going up to Burlington, not to Burlington, to Minneapolis. I mean, you know, to the Bloomington Pier. I mean, that's a given. All right, and then the line for freight. Yeah, because once you put a path here to bring it down by truck, none of these people, they're just gonna ride a personal car up here to the bus station. Okay, well, make up your mind. Do you want to run an express? Let's look at the people again. St. Paul, Winona, Bloomington. You know, if you run an express into Bloomington, Oh, it's an express into Bloomington. No, we don't want to run an express for that. We'll express them into St. Paul. St. Paul and Bloomington. Okay. You know why? Because there's all the bus service in here. With the, it's part of the Minneapolis St. Paul tram service. That's why you've got a lot back here as you go further back. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Give me. Really? It's the best you can come up with? I mean, it's not a good name. No, no, I know it's not a good name. Let's by the way, if anybody has a name suggestion, please. I would love to get any name suggestion. All right, so the Winona commuter. You know, is there something we can give it that's a name? The Winona Capital. Capital what? Capital letter? You know. Okay, the Winona Capital. Okay, she's. And let's bring her in. Let's put her here. Yep, right there. So she comes in on 3. She does her loop, and she goes back out on the express. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Okay. Let's get a train. Clone. Okay. That'll get here in about 30 minutes. That's an interesting sound. Okay. Yeah, let's push this out a little more. We've got, how much more? I mean, not a lot, but what are you doing here? Yeah, I know what I did. That is, inaccurate. I lost my, I forgot which was freight and passenger. Yeah, it's another case where these siding distances are just freaking shunting back and forth. I mean, it's just a local city commuter. Click. No. There you go. Um, all right. We bought the Winona train. Yes, we did. All right. What are we doing down here in La Crosse? Well, yeah, this is just getting ugly. We definitely need that other train there. Or 2. And let's not push our luck. Do you want to take the train down there? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, are you just gonna let the town sit there and rot? No. I mean, we put the stubs in last time to figure it out. Okay. Well, what'd you figure out? I figured out. I still don't know. I mean, honestly, it could be served by the La Crosse Winona Fort on this side of the river. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I think we can do that. Just run the train. You sure? No, no, I'm not. I want to put something on the river. Okay, did we do anything here for train service? You got 144 waiting here. Okay. That'll sort itself out. You added 2 more trains. Yes, we added a piece between Bloomington and Winona. You're not going to wait for that train to get here. No, that'd be crazy. It's not going to be here for between 15 and 30 minutes. Okay. Well, you're at 3 hours on the stream. Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? Well, I mean, the next stream could just be Dubuque. We'll figure out, what to do with Dubuque. What did we finish up here? And we didn't even go over here at all. No, we didn't. So, I guess I mean we're good here. And we're good over here. I'd say let's wrap it up. All right. Do you think you'll make a decision on Dubuque by then? Well, if we titled it series, what about Dubuque? Or Dubuque Decision Day? Yeah, let's do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been here for 3 hours. And it's just a little mind-numbing to wrap around. Do we put another 5 or 10? Yeah, yeah, we're just going to get the Dubuque video and gather a little history and just see what it looks like. And yeah. All right, so let's wrap this up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did some work over here on the farm, a little bit of minor detailing. We replaced one train. We added a brand new one. By the way, our possessions and numbers static went down a little bit. Okay, now what? Well, I mean, that's it over here. We started to do some stuff here with the piers, and we kind of got sidetracked with Dubuque. And then, of course, the dog was barking, so we had to come to Bloomington and do some cleanup work. So, yeah, that's our episode. Dubuque Decision Day. Down here. So the next episode is Dubuque Decision Today. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. Yeah, it is too many variables. It becomes beautifully mind-numbing. Let's do it when we get back. Thanks so much.